What's up, guys? And today on BWI have some breaking news. Earlier today, WWE released eight superstars, I believe, and amongst one of them, a female wrestler, and that being Cameron. So yeah, WWE would go on to releasing Zeb Coulter, Santino Marella, Damien Sandow, Alex Riley, Hornswoggle, Cameron, and Wade Barrett. Now, first of all, let me go on saying that a lot of these people, like a couple of these names, were very underutilized and undercredited, underrated. But I'll save that for another time. Right now, since this is a part of the female branch, I am going to talk about Cameron and her being released from the company. Now, honestly, it kind of didn't come to such a surprise. I mean, I enjoy Cameron. I started to enjoy her. I started to get her gist with the company. I was starting to get like comfortable with what she was doing as a female wrestler. Now, it really does suck because she was improving. And it's very, very stupid how I'm gonna put an example. Like back in 2014, when they released Oksana, she was starting to get very, very, very good at being a wrestler. She was starting to get there right when I was starting to, like her, and a lot of fans were starting to get to what she was doing. They released Oksana. Now my problem with this is around that time there was people like Tamina, Cameron, sorry, for as much as I love her, Eva, and Rosa Mendes. Four people who are very either average or under average wrestlers. And they're not that great. Those are the people who should have been released then. Now we go on, fast forward to a couple years later, and we see the release of Cameron. Now, again, I was enjoying Cameron, and Cameron was starting to get there. She was starting to get her own, pace, and her heel character, her moves, her everything was improving. It was starting to get better. My problem with Cameron being released is Rosa Mendes. Forget Eva Marie for a minute. Rosa Mendes manages to slide while Cameron doesn't. My problem is that Rosa Mendes has been there longer than both Eva and Cameron, and she's still terrible in the ring. And I gotta and it's there where Eva beats Rosa. Eva's a much better wrestler than Rosa. She still sucks, but she's way better than Rosa. Um, which is why I don't think she should be fired by until next year if she does not improve. But either way, I see that the chances of that happening very little. Now, again, let's go back to Cameron real quick. Cameron, she was in NXT where she should have been from the beginning. She was there, and that's where I think she should have been. Now, I do believe there are other things though that might have led to Cameron being released. Now, Cameron is a very verbal person. So it would be no surprise that Cameron all of a sudden, you know, got fired eventually because, she has been talking very ill about the WWE, and she's kind of been being a bit negative towards the company. I honestly think that might have played a big role on whether they should release Cameron or not. Because honestly, Rosa, hey, she just had a baby. She's training to get back in June. But the thing is, I feel like WWE is letting her slide, and I think this was the time that Rosa was, not gonna be in the company no more. I feel like this was when they were finally going to say, you know what, let's just take her off. She's been in the company for who knows how long. The fans are not connecting with her. Nobody's connecting with her. I feel like we should just fire her. But had Cameron not bitten the hand where she gets instead, she would have stayed. And I honestly think she would have. Not for long, but long enough. Again, and another thing, this didn't really come to our surprise because she's been out of TV for 2 months. Her character hasn't progressed very much since she's broken up with the Fungadactyls. Sorry. And the thing is, she's been losing match after match after match since 2014, I believe. 2020, maybe 2015. She might have won a couple matches, but she's been losing a lot. At least in televised matches, she's been losing a lot lately, and to the point where even when I look at the last time she's actually been able to use her finisher in a match, like I don't remember the last time I seen a girl buy DDT. Like, hey, it's a DDT. Nobody gives a crap about DDT. The most simplest move ever. But I mean, I haven't even seen that move being pulled out. I haven't seen Cameron pull a finisher out. So, I think this was just the final straw in for the WWE about Cameron. I feel like they said, you know what, if she's gonna treat us that way, why the hell should we even have her? And I kind of see where the WWE is coming from, because I'd be pretty pissed that I'm over here investing time, at least some. I mean, let's not go ahead and say that they invested so much into her, but they sure enough have invested enough time for Cameron to you know develop her character. Now, one thing I'm not sure that's gonna happen is, where does Cameron go from here? Where does Because the other guys, they they like have their own already. They can go be somewhere else. I don't know if Cameron's gonna wrestle again, or she's just gonna quit, because I think she has a degree in law, and I think I would believe she'd want to go sell more CDs and albums, but I honestly don't think that she might return to wrestling. Now, if she should, I think Lucha or uh, Ring of Honor would be a good place for her to go to, but after training, like those would be two great companies to go to. Um, Not so much TNA, because I don't feel comfortable with her going to TNA right now. I honestly don't even feel comfortable with her even going out to wrestle, because she really, I don't know where she's gonna go train, but either way, at least not at TNA, because TNA at the moment, if she go to TNA, I don't think that she'd have so much focus on her. At least not enough to where the point where she could feel that the WWE, screwed up big time on her. I think that TNA would just treat her like they WWE treated her, which would be pretty much pointless for her. Now, I could be wrong, because TNA has always wanted to compete with WWE, as it should, because they're two similar companies. Not surprised. But if they do treat Cameron well, go for it. But honestly, at this point, I don't see Cameron even going out to wrestle. Uh, Also, she put on Instagram, before I end this video. Let me just get it out. She wrote on Instagram something. Um, she'll go on to put, well, it's been a pretty intense few days, to say the least. I appreciate the outpouring love and support that I have received today. I would like to take the time to appropriately thank all the fans and the WWE. But before I take my final bow, let me throw back a few and take this all in. LOL. Stay tuned for my full statement. Now, let me see if she has released her full statement. yeah, she posted that like 'cause I got home and I saw that she left the company or that she was released from the company. And again, it really does not surprise me. Being the WWE, where do you take someone like that? Yeah, she has not released a full statement. Anyways, though, when you're the WWE, what do you do? What do you do from that? Like you can't just. There's so much you can take, and even for a big grossing company, but I mean, it's kind of ungrateful on her part, the fact that she just really, you know, talks so ill about the company, and I don't blame her. And I kind of respect her that the fact that she wanted to, speak up and say, hey, the company doesn't treat their women right, the company doesn't treat their men right, they don't treat talent right. But again, so I don't know, I have my mixed feelings about this. Best of luck to Cameron though in her future endeavors. Hope she really does find an occupation to help her out, or maybe try to convince the WWE to hire her in future in the future. But right now, like I think she should just, calm down, live life as it is, train. If she is going to wrestle, train before she signs a contract. Um, that's all I have to say. Anyways, this was my report on Cameron here on BWI. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll post more later. I don't know when I'm gonna post, but yeah, like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and bye.